Dun, 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 dun. Wait, hold on. That's not right. Hey, welcome to another episode of Tom's Geeky Garage. Today, we are going to be making some Ghostbuster Afterlife custom Kenner figures to go with the car. So, let's get started. Alright, so I decided to start with McKenna Grace's character because I just think I like her the most already. And she's seen most in the car, especially in the gunner seat. So this is going to work out well with the new Ecto we have. So the first thing I did was to find some reference photos of her profile and a front photo. Unfortunately, the only front photo I could find was one of her when she's a little younger, but that's okay. We're trying to get kind of a cartoony look to make it look more like the real Ghostbusters version of her, so I did need it to be exact. So what I did first is I started out with just rough geometry and just tried to frame the face and get things in close to the proportion they need to be before we start going in with the sculpting tools and actually sculpting in minor details. But where we're at right here, it's actually not too bad. So now you can see I'm going in with the sculpting tools and kind of sculpting in some hair and some glasses and things like that. And like I said, I wanted this to be kind of a cartoon version of her, so I wasn't trying to get it photorealistic or anything like that. Just enough to get the idea. Here you can see me just adding the pegs so she can rotate her head when she becomes an action figure. And these are all to scale with the Kenner figures, so she's going to be, I don't know, she's obviously a child, so she's not going to be as tall as like the Peter or the Ray figure. She'll be, somewhere around their shoulders, I think. So the next thing we're going to do is do her body. I found this, obviously this is from the trailer of her walking, and I'm going to use this picture kind of for proportions as I'm building out her body. And the technique I use here is I just use point by point geometry. I kind of rough out a rough shape, and then I go in with a sculpting tool and sculpt in the details. So this is just kind of a plug. So now you can see that that plug is finished, and we're going to start actually sculpting in the details here. Her character in majority of the trailer, and as we see her inside the Ecto, she's just wearing a pair of blue overalls with a dress shirt. It looks like a blue dress shirt. You can see here for a second. I'm using this image as a reference. So I'm just going to go through and add the details of the overalls, buttons, patches, pockets, things like that. I'm not going overly crazy with this sculpt. I want it to be kind of loose, kind of like the Kenner toys. They weren't super detailed, so I'm just kind of roughing it out. And I'm going through this really quick. I think this whole figure I only spent maybe like an hour sculpting, so I was just trying to get it done today. I gotta go back to work tomorrow, so the video needs to get done today. And now I am just doing some of the undershirt detail, buttons, collar, things like that, and then adding in the just wrinkles of the clothing and things like that. So I'm not going to show me making the arms and legs. I'm going to kind of just skip to it being finished. You can kind of get the idea how it works here. So here she is with her legs and arms finished. The hands and the feet are direct pull from the Kenner figures. I have those actually in my archive from when I did the 3D scans of Egon. So I didn't actually have to sculpt the hands and the feet. I was able to just pull those straight from that scan. The only difference is when we paint, she has red shoes, so instead of the boots being gray, we'll just paint those red. You can see on her back she's got her attachment for the proton pack. right now she's not really set up to be a full action figure. Her articulating points are not built yet. I'm just kind of roughing out the shape, but the next time I get into this project, I will definitely add those in. Here you can see her to scale, what she'll look like with the pack on, and what she looks like next to Egon here. You can see the boots are the same, and the hands are the same. So she comes to about their shoulders. She's about, yeah, I think that's a good scale. And that'll help her fit in the gunner seat better. Maybe she won't like hit her head on the roof when she pops out. That's about it for this video. I'm going to come back on the second half. In the second half, we'll actually build those articulating points and set this up to go to the 3D printer, and then probably paint it and assemble it, and then get a good look at what she looks like inside the car. So I'm just going to leave it here. Remember, if you like these videos, to like and subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And later on down the line, I'm going to probably do the rest of the characters from Afterlife so I can have a collection of them. And they'll all go into that new Ecto. So it should be pretty cool. Later.